Last time on Down with Dragons, a recap of episode 10, a heist, my kingdom for a heist. Callan, Murtimo, and Javiant enjoyed the impromptu party that Callan created on his way to the mansion of Lord Derek in the Cliffs district of Dragonlock. Terrafin, the not fully known entity, blessed the festivities, which in turn added to the party's energy and available drinks. After a while, the three of them made their way to a private alley after being signaled by Daughter Midnight, a fellow colleague of theirs. There, they met with her, Mr., and Dolan Merrick, at the end of which Callan informed them that the festivities were important to the plan for the coming evening's heist, agreeing to keep the party going and later meet them at the Silver Teacup for the final meeting before that evening's heist. Mr. disguising himself as Callan and Daughter Midnight, removing some of her more formal robes to look more casual, joined the party in the street to keep this important diversion going. Murtimo and Javiant, needing to rest themselves after a brief conversation, went back to the Silver Teacup to get rest with Callan. But Callan, with a spur-of-the-moment plan to use this distraction to his advantage, conned Dolan Malik to join him in an early attempt to secure the goblet. Callan and Dolan made their way over the fence, through the mansion grounds, avoiding guards, and into the quiet bedroom on the second floor of the mansion. Dolan, being less of an expert in hands-on subterfuge, opted to use some of his magic to make Callan invisible so that he could further explore into the mansion, while Dolan stayed hidden there in the safety of the bedroom that they broke into. Callan, now invisible, made his way through the mansion, zeroing in on the goblet using his own magic. He managed to steal the keys off of the captain of the guards with a clever distraction through the use of an unseen servant spell, and made his way into a darkened bedroom where he knew the goblet to be. But upon entering the room and being left in the dark, other than a sliver of light from a window, bumped a glass vase from a table, which fell and broke, shattering across the floor, alerting the person who was sleeping in the room, unbeknownst to Callan. In a fast exchange of reactions, Callan, still invisible, took the goblet, but the goblet did not turn invisible with him. Derek, now awake, not being able to see his aggressor, cast a darkness spell on the goblet, creating an inky black globe of darkness centered on the goblet, rendering Callan blinded, leveling the playing field. During these exchanges, we flashed from this struggle and found that Maven and Viet have finally made their way to Dragonlock recently. Maven, our elven druid of spores, flew into the city as a bird from her daughter's home of Sandcrest, but was quickly found by a former member of the Scalebound. After an intense moment of confrontation and confirmation that neither of them had the Scalebound tattoo, a magical tattoo that identified each other as members. After finding that neither of them had, they made their way to a secret hideout, and there found Apex, or at least most of him, as apparently he is missing most of one of his arms. And also, to Maven's pleasure, Silly Grizzle was there as well. And upon their reunion, there was a discussion of the apparent still alive Callan Den and the whereabouts that he might be. Also, Viet, our tarot card destined dwarf who escaped the depths beneath the old ruins of Alandol, just made his way into the city as well, from a job with the Silent Rain and Hulking Scar. After getting off the boat that they arrived on, started back to their headquarters, only for Rain to get a magical sending to inform her that they were needed in the Cliffs District at her mansion to handle a fire. They hurried their way to make their way through the city to stamp out this hot and likely complicated situation. Back in the mansion with Callan and Lord Derek, after an intense exchange of each of them trying to secure the goblet through magic that quickly turned into a frantic physical contest only to end in a stalemate. Derek, in a panic, used his magic to shatter the floor at their feet, causing both of them to fall through the floor to the room below, hurting both of them in the fall and debris. Just as Callan got a message from Dolan that the magic surrounding him and giving him invisibility had also just ended. Callan, injured and shaken from the explosion and fall, heard Derek suck in a deep breath. There, still in the dark, Derek's voice. "It's you!" Obviously, recognizing Callan. And that's where we left off last week. Wow. And that's only what happened last episode. I can't wait to see what's going to happen tonight. Stick around. Let's find out together.
Hello, and welcome to Down with Dragons. A very special, hopefully, resolution of the big party, the big heist. DM Scott is in transit, so we'll see him in a little bit. But the rest of the regulars are here. As always, with us is
Killian playing Javient and maybe Maven. I'm a half elf or a full elf, hard to remember these days, with a flair for the dramatic and a plan up their voluminous sleeves.
Chris playing Mertimo, playwright extraordinaire, gambler, rogue, all around money handler for the group, apparently, since he talked Callan into it. Yes.
That's right.
Oh, sorry, halfling.
Halfling, yes. That's right. Callan needed to pull off a heist, so he needed a good crew. And I am very grateful to my fellow players here for breathing life into these two characters, Javient and Mertimo. They're just spectacular. I don't know what they're going to do. I don't know what I'm going to do. And that's probably why they don't know what they're going to do at this point. So it all works out great, right? That's good.
So since we're waiting for Scott, I am curious, right? So each of us, for these NPCs we've been playing, as we've been kind of doing these sort of backstories and getting, right? Because at the end of season 1, we were scattered all over the place. And, I was semi-retiring Theobald here, starting a new character, right? So we had backstories, and each of us were, like Mick said, Mick and Kelly did a great job of pulling in, just some NPCs to be playing as well. And right. So I'm curious, what were your inspirations for the characters that you're playing, right? Javient and Fenris, Battle Blood, and Manny the Minotaur, and Sir Palmcourt. Like, what what we're right. We got right. We kind of got okay. Here's a general idea, right? Here's a couple, but then like obviously each of these characters have taken on such life. I'm curious what I don't know who wants to start, but
I can start if you don't mind,
yes,
Mick.
please.
I don't mind.
So I actually, for Fenris Battleblood, I just wanted to be gross. Like that was the whole thing. I was thinking of just like a mean, nasty barnacle boy who came out of a cave and mentally was still back there, not so good with teamwork or, really anything besides making a nuisance of himself. And I think that I don't know, I just had a lot of fun not having to be a team player, if that makes sense. Like being as much of a team player as possible without actually ever helping at all. I had so much fun with him. And I hope I can bring him back at some point just because I loved how grouchy he was.
I was getting, I don't know, Killian, if you've seen, right, I'm dating myself a little bit, but I don't know if you've seen Braveheart.
Yeah.
But the one Irishman who's in there, who's just belligerent to everybody, including his teammates, right? I was getting strong vibes of that. I didn't know.
Very much that. I mean, it really just came out of my general bad attitude near the end of the semester. I just wanted a place where I could vent some of that. Because by the end of the semester, if anyone's doing online school, I was just a nasty person. I was done in February and it was March. So, and for Javian, I really don't think I leaned on any inspiration other than, again, I just wanted to act however I wanted. And Javian really let me kind of put out some flair for the dramatic and to be as melodramatic as I am all of the time, that I don't really get to do with Maven because she's kind of more of, at least in this arc, a little bit more serious. So it's been really fun to just like play around with it and have a good time.
Cool. Love it. I guess start with Manny. I think the first inspiration I got from Manny really was there's a description of Minotaurs that they seem to have some deep appreciation of like the beauty of life and nature. And I just kind of held on to that, didn't really have a character formation for Manny besides maybe the voice until like we're in like a prison cell and he's this wild magic barbarian, so he can kind of see magic flowing in the universe. And I think there was just the one thing where I said he can see these lines in the walls. And then I kind of just got a spark from there to be like, well, Manny appreciates the world, can see things others can see. He's just going to be the positive affirmations guy who's just like annoying affirmations all the time, just nonstop, no matter how badly he's getting beaten down. All that's coming out of him is like, kitten posters, and hang in there, that kind of thing. So I don't know. I liked it. And then that gave me the opportunity to just like look up a whole bunch of silly affirmations and fit them into D&D. So that's Manny. And then let's see for
Palm Court. Sir, no,
Palm
Maple Court.
Head.
Palm Head, Maple Court. I don't
Sir
know why
Palm
I keep
Head,
getting that
Maple
mixed
Court.
up. Why I keep merging them? I don't know why.
Yes. Yeah, obviously I had fun creating that guy. So I think I didn't go too far before I just kind of hung up on he's a paladin. He swore an oath. He's the law in the town. So his oath is to the law. So I did a little bit of looking up, mythologies that have to do with the law, and then settled on some like lesser known Greek deities and such. So like the three sisters of the law, that's from Greek mythology.
That was fun. Yep.
And I just I played with that and just had that as a tool. I didn't like I didn't make it too much of an element to lock him into, but you saw how much fun that was. Yeah. How about you, Chris?
So Brother Love, right? Grifter, grifter, and just kind of selling all the oddball things. And I think I stumbled on Neil Diamond's Brother Love's Traveling Salvation Show as a song, and I'm like, oh, he's a grifter. He's one of those traveling Salvation Show people, and he's selling blessed dragon tears out of the back of the wagon, but this charismatic, but he really does care, right? Something happened in the past where he just kind of like, screw it, I'm going to go down this path here. So I think that's where I got that, and then bouncing a lot, kind of ping pong that one between Maven and Sir Palmhead, kind of veered off a little bit more, but that's where that one came from. So I was listening to a lot of Neil Diamond over and over again, trying to get that idea in my head. And then for Merrick I'm not sure where Merrick came from, so I don't really know, other than he was a gambler, and then he was with the festival plays, and I don't know what spurred what there, but yeah, like gambling on the plays. I think that went, again, dating myself. What was that? Shakespeare in Love, right? Where they're pulling the play together, and there's all these characters, but they need the money, right? So I'm just like that gambling on the play, and getting people to fund it and throw money in there and you skim a little off the top and live a comfortable life as you're doing it. And so I think that's kind of where part of that came from. But the voice, I have no idea where the voice came from. So, but it was a lot of fun. So
awesome.
So, yeah.
Yeah. I think for Palmhead too, one of the big things that I used for inspiration was the sheriff from the Smokey and the Bandit series.
Oh,
Buford T. Justice. So
Sure.
That's dating myself probably worse than you even. Yeah. So, just the Southern
I can hear that now. Yep.
Character, the lawman.
That is something you and I
not necessarily on the up and up.
You and I did not talk about that. Those Southern accents we were pulling in. We just kind of both ended up in that Greek revival.
But I loved.
Yeah.
Scott described everything as Greco-Roman, and then immediately you started talking in Southern accents, and it made me so happy, honestly, because I felt represented. My history and culture, if any of you don't know me, I'm from Georgia, and so it was just nice to hear my brethren talking on them their internets. It was a sight to behold.
That was totally unintentional. It was just happy circumstance there, but I'm glad that brought a little smile to your face there.
It really did. Y'all
Hopefully we didn't
so
butcher
funny.
it too bad.
Y'all were so funny. It was great. I love bad Southern accents. I also like good ones, but the bad ones are funnier. Also, hi,
I like
Scott.
Scott.
He's frozen. Either that or he's just very still.
Oh, wow. That's freaking me out, man.
Yeah, man. Blink twice if you're there.
I like how we unified the idea of that whole setting. We said it was like the hee-haw peanut gallery mixed with the Greek chorus.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
that was fun.
It fit so well.
I loved it.
I think that's my favorite setting that we've had so far, besides Mirrorvale, which I enjoyed very, very much. I want to go back there so bad, just because it was so much fun.
It would be we scratched the surface on Mirrorvale. We didn't really there's got even just the library. There's got to be tons more to the library, but the city itself, where and the outlying parts with the fog. I was kicking around an idea of they've got that permanent mist in that area, like a gnomish scout or something like that with a periscope.
That's cool.
So you can sneak up on people, but
yeah.
Oh God.
Like a gnomish paladin with a dragon lizard
Did you even
mount.
notice the small folk in that city?
Oh, there's 2 Scots now.
Oh
Let's see
no,
if I
this
can
is
get-
getting way too crazy.
Oh man,
They
Seely's
both
really
cast
trying her
darkness.
Yeah. Theater of the mind.
Yes. Oh well, I have puppets. I could go get those. They're in the closet, but yeah. I
think we should do a puppet episode. That sounds fantastic and amazing.
It is okay. It is great. I was going to assign it as for my students to do a puppet show as their final assignment, and they had to do a theoretical conversation between 3 different sociologists, and they had to make puppets. And so I made puppets, and I recorded a little demo. I made puppets for me to show them how to do it.
All right.
And
Next
then
time
I
we
ended
gotta
up
see
scrapping
these.
that.
Next
Yeah.
time I want to see the puppets.
I will bring them. Well, this is my little, these are not puppets that I made. This is my little Greek chorus of friends
Cute.
that I have
I like
keeping
them.
me company. They sit on top of my computer and they smile at me. I used to have them in my office. Oh, and they fell off my computer. I used to have them in my office and I just cleaned it out. And in my very small apartment, a large suitcase full of office supplies is not ideal. Not gonna lie. And we've got 1 roommate moved out, 1 more on the way, and then I can finally have an office. It'll be a month and a half out, but I'll take all the stuff out of my suitcase and set everything up. I just got to make sure there's no bees in my attic. Now I'm kind of freaked out. Well, there was a bumblebee in our hallway the other day, and then there was one in my bedroom today. Ugh.
I'd rather have bees than wasps, but
Springtime.
I'm just afraid of the sound that they make. Like, I love
Oh, yeah.
bees, but they freak me out. Hi, Scott.
we can see you. You're not
moving
frozen,
now.
Scott.
Hello. Can you hear
Hello.
me?
Yay! We can hear
Hey.
you.
Jeez.
There he is.
We were just
Drama,
chatting
drama.
about our NPCs that we've been playing this season so far and kind of what the inspiration was. It was a lot of fun. You'll have to go back and watch.
I will.
I
Sorry
talked
for
for a
my
long time about bees.
bees.
Yeah.
Sorry for my tardiness.
No problem.
All
Forgive
good.
you.
And you did your recap earlier, although you've changed your shirt since then.
Well, I would hope so. So where are we then?
We just wrapped up. We're ready.
You're ready.
Do we have? Were there any inspiration or any announcements from you, Scott? We didn't have any from our side, other than we are working on next Friday. We may need a bye week. We're still working on it. We'll let everybody know. But
Yes. So we're on the internets. So
we're on the
live.
internet. Yes, we're live.
Okay, yeah, that,
Yeah.
that was the part
Everybody.
where I had got a confirmation,
that's the
I
part.
guess. So okay.
Yeah. No, we've been entertaining everybody.
Yay. Okay, then
It
I
is
will.
a new play. It was
I'm
players
so
of my
excited.
past.
Good.
And apologies for my voice. I've lost it due to mulberry trees around my house. So Javian's voice will be very, it's just going to be different.
Little huskier.
Yeah, a little bit.
All right. Then I guess with all that, it throws me off that I didn't do the download. Anyway, okay. So yeah.
It's
last
you.
time then we had
there.
our,
That's the.
yeah, it's
That's
you.
your.
Thank
That's
you.
that's your cue.
Yep.
I can't do it like you though. You got to do it.
Well, I did it. We had the recap.
Do it again.
I'm off.
I didn't get to watch it.
You did it. You did it live. You did it for the pre-recorded recap. I think you can pull off a third one.
Well, okay. Let me ease up here. I just
Lord Derek Thornbird, Thorn Song, the anchor, heavyweight champion of Terrafin.
it's you. You hear in the dark.
Is it still dark? Is this darkness still up?
Oh, 100%. It is still dark.
Even after he blasted me and himself?
He made his con save. He did. Surprisingly, it was one
Wow,
of
he's
the
doing
few
great.
rolls that I had. Well, so you hear that as we're coming back in, you are still in pitch black, sore, bloodied, laying on the ground
It's going great.
in the dark.
This was a great.
Yeah,
According to
yeah.
plan.
So that it's you,
Mhm.
could I have gotten off a disguised self fast enough before?
That was all still with initiative. So you hit and it faded, like the invisibility had dropped, and he was kind of in the initiative coming to his, coming up onto his feet and just looked and could see you.
Okay.
And hence it's you.
You.
So initiative wise, it's your turn.
Okay. So, where are the real and fake goblets oriented so far?
That is very difficult to tell, seeing as you are completely pitch black. You are in the darkness spell, which you did gather was centered on the goblet, which you do feel you still have in one hand. But there is pressure there.
I see. All right. I know what I'm going to do.
Okay.
Is what I would say if I knew what I was going to do.
You do hear a commotion coming in the distance. You are aware there were guards in the area. They were focused on going up steps and things like that, so they might be relocating.
And you left that one guy in that guest bedroom. What was his name?
That was Dolan.
Dolan
Malik.
Yeah, let Kelly and I know when we get back to him, Scott.
If
you trust the two of us and Catherine.
How can I not?
Good answer. Good answer.
I need to use disguise self, and I'm going to disguise myself as Lord Derek.
Okay.
And say, "It's you," right back at him.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Either way, I'm gonna just roll for his to see through. Okay. He rolled a natural 19, and on top of it, he was ready for it. So I could have given him advantage, but he rolled a natural 19. So he sees the fading illusion, but and he just stares at you, and he's just like, I already see through you. Give me the goblet. And he starts to yank, and he's going to use, he had to use his action actually to see through your illusion. So you feel a little tug, whether that was all he had or not. It's comparable. You're back in the initiative. You do hear sound of hurried footsteps in the distance, and you do hear it's like, they've moved downstairs.
Right. Okay. So, I mean, he probably would have got it anyways if he didn't see.
I know. I still, if you could throw him off guard, like what the heck, give you a moment of confusion on him, maybe even.
All right. I can't see him. He's still got darkness up.
Yep.
That's kind of annoying.
Is it only focused on you, or will it affect everyone that comes into the radius of this object?
So
it's
still
the radius.
Okay.
Still
That's
holding
good,
on. Still holding on to the goblet. I say,
yep.
You're doing really good.
He's gonna you doing anything with your action or anything? Seeing as this is still initiative, but
I'm
things.
telling unseen servant to recover the fake goblet and bring it to Dolan.
Okay. So, you know what? Let's just see in that rubble of everything.
There's an 11-pound chair sitting on top of it. The unseen servant's trying
to. I'm trying.
Gets a stick and tries to lever it.
He's building a whole contraption up there, you know.
Unseen Rupert Goldberg. Yes.
He decides to knit instead.
All right. So you continue to hear the sound getting closer, and he is going to use his action to try to yank it out. He will speak as well. God, not a good roll. Not a good roll. It's on par for him. So you feel a little bit more of a jerk. And you break into my home and steal from me. You've already taken so much. Can't you just go away?
Wait, what did I take?
What do you mean you don't? What do you? What did you took everything. I was shunned from the Scalebound. I was the laughing stock of this town. I was put in prison. What did you take?
Uh,
And if I find that woman who was with you, she'll pay too.
Oh, yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
Roll me a deception if you're trying to convince him.
Did he ever actually see Callan?
No, but there are things that happened.
That is a
okay.
23 total.
23. I mean, you seem convincing enough. I mean, it's a, you know, but you can't see his face, so I can't even describe that part.
Mhm.
But there is a quiet, just almost just angry quiver in his breathing. You can just hear it through the dark. And then from behind, somewhere in the darkness, you hear, it's like all these footsteps come rushing, and it's like, hold your post, men. Stay where we can see. And you hear different weapons being raised and, you know, loaded, and, you know, he's going to try and pull again. It's the most he can do, because right now he's kind of spent a lot as well. Yeah, God, just the exact same roll. Okay, new D20. I'm not even using the ones I'm not supposed to use.
Thanks for getting in his head, Catherine. We appreciate it.
So, okay. Anyways, look where you are today. How could I have taken everything and had you end up here where you are now? It's very important that we keep this out of the hands of another contender for it. And I think we can be friends on that. What do you think?
Roll me a persuasion with disadvantage.
Disadvantage gets me a
Burning inspiration.
yeah, I would like to do that.
Burn an inspiration? Okay.
So that's another single roll?
Yep.
Okay. So then the low one is 17.
17. Okay. I might have found and been able to, as you're calling it, do fine, bounce back. But here you are, trying to take it again. What, you're going to take this, the only thing giving me all of this, and reduce me back to the streets again?
No, actually, I'm the only one interested in making sure you keep it and ensuring you keep it.
Then let go.
I'll let go.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm
And
and he, yeah, I'm surprised. So why not him? Let's see his. Oh yeah, you hear someone fall backwards. Just and he scrambles. You hear scrambling. You can continue talking if you like.
Okay. Yep. Listen, I don't know if Terrafin has told you because I did have a conversation with him. There's a man named Thalion Dorn who is already calling himself the Speaker of the Vine, pretending like he is Terrafin's anchor. He's trying to take this from you. Now, weird as it may be, he's contracted me to do that, and I have to do that. But if we work together, we can pull off a really funny joke on the guy. You end up keeping the goblet, and he's just out of luck. So otherwise, he's just going to come and take it himself.
There's a long pause in the darkness. I'll think about it. But first, show me you've given up.
Given up?
And he kind of gestures, or you can't see. He's like, you look like me.
Yeah, and
Stop
you
it.
look good in this position.
Knock it out.
How could I not admire that? All right. I'll undo the disguise self.
Okay. Suddenly, bright light, from torches and things like that just fill your vision. And you now see you are in a large sitting room with a broken table that you're still on. There's wood debris. There's a giant hole with a bed that looks like it is half teetering on the edge of falling down. I
can fix that.
And behind you, you hear all, like, you kind of looking around and see about a dozen guards, all with weapons drawn and arrows, crossbows up, and him sitting about maybe 10 feet away, still on his butt, clutching, looking confused and looking angry and just breathing heavy. All right. We can talk, but I'm in control of it.
I'm going to need your help, actually.
So, meanwhile, what has been going on with Dolan in the guest bedroom? As near the end of all of this, he definitely heard, ripping the floor and a crash and all that. I'm waiting. I'm eager to find out what happened in this guest bedroom.
Oh, he's just been putzing around and opening drawers and perhaps trying things on.
Yeah. He's like, ooh, this is exciting, right?
Yeah. Is there? So there's some noises.
Unseen servant has found his way unmolested to Dolan and handed off the fake goblet.
What would Dolan hear? What would Dolan do if he heard a bunch of noises?
Probably peek out of the door just to take a look.
Yeah. Go ahead.
You're not going to give me any of what actually happened. Okay, that's what I thought you wanted. All right, so yeah, he'll start to, he can hear the ruckus, hears all the, opens the door a crack, sees all these guards go, shuffling or running down the stairs now. And he kind of goes towards the railing where previously Callan was, and is kind of looking and can see basically the backs of all these soldiers, and at that time, a large globe of black still. Little conversation, orders being given, sudden silence, and then the globe of black drops. And then in two halves, fake goblet
Oh,
is all of a sudden floats out of the room, and he just kind of looks at it, and it just right there in front of him, and he just, thank you, and looks down. Then, okay, I'm waiting for someone to jump in because I feel like there's some just big looming like anvil above my head.
you're doing great.
You're doing
great.
awesome.
Oh, Chris talked me out of knocking you out and taking over the whole show.
Oh, fair.
Yeah.
I mean, this room has been locked because
Because of that implicit threat.
yeah, and he will, after a short amount of time, work his way back out, and out the window. You'll get a sending when he's back in that room. You'll hear it, Callan. Seems like everything has gone really badly. Please, can I leave, or do you need me somehow? You can respond to this message.
Call me back at.
Call me
Just
maybe.
respond. Yeah, go ahead. Great job. This was really exciting, huh? That's it.
Okay. And
Scott, can you roll me a wisdom check for Dolan Malik, please?
me,
We'll say, Killen, what do you think the DC would be? 10?
10, yeah.
10. Pretty easy.
I don't think he made it. I'm looking up his wisdom. Yeah, that's a low roll. I rolled a 7, so that's a 9.
Okay.
Oof.
Killen, do you want to tell him?
You can tell him. Let you tell him.
So, Dolan may have forgotten to put his regular clothes back on.
He is wearing perfect, beautiful finery that he has been trying on in that closet. And it is a little racy. Little,
Racy.
yeah, there's a little bit of skin showing. Let's put it that way.
There's lotus petals scattered around the room on the
Mhm.
bed. The bed may have
Oh,
been,
yeah.
right, as though someone may have been lying on it, trying different poses.
There's some smooth jazz playing in the background.
Nice.
I think the image, right? So for NPC images, right, Frankenfurter. So
Very much that. Oh God.
Okay.
Yeah, and
He was
he's
having a
he's
good time
pretty
with-
disappointed.
yeah,
But at that moment, he was more interested in getting out of there. So didn't take the time to.
it was his first time.
Yeah, his first B&E.
Yeah, his first time.
Okay.
It's one he'll never forget.
Well, outwardly, it kind of seems like Callan went off Murtimo's script.
Huh. Shocking.
I mean, to all appearances.
to all,
Never do
yeah.
that.
So he will make his he'll make his way out and head back to the silver teacup. Callan, you are there, and after a few, like, kind of the moment stretches out just a little bit, but eventually the guards come up behind you and they're gonna cuff you, but he like kind of gestures to them that take it easy, and let us put this back in order, and we'll talk.
Okay, I can help fix. I can tell the main guard, hey, he did really nice. Good job training this guy.
Yeah, he's just looking up at the ceiling after he puts manacles on you and kind of looking. He's like, yeah, we didn't cover this one. And
You should be proud of him.
he'll usher you off to a private room. So
Not the upstairs room with a bunch of lotus flowers.
no,
Yeah.
no. More toys will be involved potentially. So, yeah, I don't know your conversation. Sorry.
Mental
so anyway,
image.
After about 15, 20 minutes or so, so it's probably been a good hour and a half, 2 hours almost at this point since you all left that alley.
Mhm.
What is Javient and Mertimo doing? Like, did they go right to bed? What were they doing?
No. Javian is the night before any performance. Javian does not sleep. It puts them in the zone. That's really where they get most of their alterations and sewing done because 90% of the timeline for costumes is picking out the fabrics, and 10% is actually making them. Especially since I'm making pretty much just like really dope togas with some cool coats with big sleeves to go with it. Something fashionable but also adjustable. Because I didn't have a lot of time for these fittings. So Javian is running around like a chicken with its head cut off, trying to finalize some fittings and to finish up these costumes, buzzing around their room with almost frantic energy that is just kind of bumbling around because most of the work is done, but they're not going to sit down for at least another few hours.
Mertimo?
Mirtimo is helping, of course. He's holding the pincushion, but he's probably has dozed off a number of times. Occasionally wakes up, jots down a couple more notes, right? Fish hat, dozes off again, right? It's all gold.
Yeah. Standing in the middle of the room.
This will be turned into the dream sequence.
About that time, a vision comes bursting into the silver teacup and comes running up to your little suite and is just pounding on the door.
Okay. I will open the door. Like it's not ready yet.
And he will burst in and it's gone bad. It's gone. We broke in. It all went bad. He's I think they got him and it was horribly exciting, but I gotta say, I think we did a bad thing. I think we did a bad thing in the end, and
Mertimo will barely look up. Whoops.
What are you wearing, Dolan? This was not my plan, but I like it. You stand right there. Can you pose? Just one hip out for me. Yes. This is much better than what I had planned for you. Those stockings. Hello. Gorgeous.
I was after the adrenaline kind of wore off, I was just, it was a nice place and I was looking. That's not the point.
You look
Callan
great.
is in trouble.
Hasn't even cracked open an eye. He just holds up the next page for the script.
He'll grab it.
And it clearly states how Callan will appear to be taken captive.
Mm-hmm.
He is on the inside.
It's all according to plan.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so me feeling like I was in danger and all that was not
you were in
necessary
danger
for me to feel.
You were in danger.
I was still in
Character
danger.
acting. You are still new to this. We need to put you into the mode and the mindset.
So I had to be actually terrified because you couldn't trust me to act terrified.
Yes. And you've done a fantastic job.
But
you have a future on the stage.
Nobody
And now
saw
you'll
me,
be a
though,
model.
So
it doesn't matter if they see you. Did you feel terrified?
very, very.
Then you are in
and
the
excited,
character, and you are in the and see. Read the bottom of that page.
Looks at the bottom.
Dolan Malik, terrified.
I mean, I'm good. I can see glimpses, but you nailed it. I mean,
you anticipated. That is the key. I asked Javian. They are an expert. They are professional.
Acting is reacting. And if you don't know what's going on, the most authentic performance is the performance of yourself. Isn't that right? So hold still, and they are wrapping a new bolt of fabric around Dolan like a very tight cocoon.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, besides fittings, anything else we're discussing in this, or because otherwise, after a
It is
short
not
while,
time
he
yet.
will want to get rest because
Yeah.
he did use some stuff, and
Yes, yes. Relax. Have a drink. Do you drink? I don't know if you drink.
I try
Well,
not to.
you'll want
I've had
to.
When working with Callan,
Yeah.
I find that a nice drink sometimes helps.
nightcap. Yeah. Yeah. That might
Just
might
a
be
little.
nice.
Just a little. You need to keep your edge for the performance. Just to take the edge off.
So
But
you'll
keep your edge.
get him a little drink, and he will fall asleep on a couch. Just kind of pulls up the fabric that you left around him, and he'll sleep.
I
How
want
much
to
time do
draw
we
on a
have
space.
until the? How much time do we have
From
until the party?
this point right now to the actual evening, it would be about 12 hours.
Plenty of time. Yes.
Anything you want to accomplish in those 12 hours other than final, disguise or costuming and
Yeah, that's going to be my main focus, of course, because that's all I can really do. And I will want to go over with you, Chris, or Maritumo, all of the rewrites to the script that you had been doing throughout the evening
Yes.
as well.
And Mertimo will
But
step out.
I don't know if we should share those yet
Correct.
with everyone.
Mertimo will step outside and take care of a couple of those things for the rewrites, the finalizing, the crossing of palms, those items.
Lots of this, lots of this.
okay. So during that time, Callan,
Yes.
after probably about 2 hours or so, you get brought down and get manacled to a nice basement wall and attached to it. It's not exactly 100% comfortable, and they make sure to keep your hands bound, and for a while you are even subjected to a gag.
So
After-
So far, so good.
After about 2 hours,
that's a short rest, right?
Not as much. I wouldn't call any of it restful. I know. We'll see how this conversation goes. So after about 2 hours, door will open and you will see Derek looking a little patched up, clothes not bed clothes not ripped up. He's wearing normal, just silk shirt, pants. Comes in and pulls up a chair, sets it down, and looks at you before sitting down, and then just pulls the gag out of your mouth and sits down about 10-15 feet away.
Hey, buddy.
Do you need any water or anything?
If you don't mind.
And he'll go grab a bucket and, there's water, and he'll get a ladle and give you some water.
Mm-hmm.
And sit back down. And all right, I have a lot of questions, and I'm going to be honest. I don't know if I'm going to believe anything you have to say, even if you're telling the truth. So I guess I'll just skip the ones that really doesn't matter what you answer. My first question.
Before you start, though, how are you doing? I mean, I like Terrafin. I love the guy. And I want to do so much for him still. So I can.
Well, that's
I can
not your
understand.
job anymore.
No, exactly.
Mine. I'm his right hand now.
Yes. And I would be completely remiss in my love for him if I didn't make sure you had the best tools available to you to be the best anchor for Terrafin.
So,
I had $1 for every time
What
an
are
ex said
these?
that to me. Ugh.
what is it you want? Spell it out for me.
Okay, here it is. I'm stuck in a contract of a certain nature that I have to fulfill. However, I think there's ways around it. I personally can't renege on the contract, so I won't. So what I'm asking from you is you help me do a little kind of switcheroo. Okay? It shouldn't go sideways to where you lose the goblet. But I mean, you'll need to like relinquish it just for a second or so and then get it back.
Okay.
If it does go sideways, we got that covered too, because while I can't renege on the contract, anybody else who wants to take care of this guy has free reign. So that's why I kind of invited more chaos and fun and distraction to kind of bring in more variables to where we could, allow that to be taken care of if it gets if it starts looking like it's going to go sideways. And you just proved that you're capable enough of holding your own, pretty much. So there's no reason we have to let it, get out of hand. Okay, so I'm worried that if we don't do this, Valian Dorn, the guy who's pretending to be the Speaker of the Vine.
You mentioned his name before. You must really hate him. More than me, I guess. Seeing
Guy
as
sucks.
Yeah, I mean, do you like him, or do you want to trade places with him?
I mean, I don't know him, but I've met him. He's been a gentleman the few encounters I've had with him.
You would feel good allowing him to be Terrafin's anchor instead?
No. Anchor? What do you mean by anchor? I'm his chosen champion.
Mm-hmm. I feel like that's what Valian Dorn is after. He wants to be that and take whatever power and credibility that comes with it from you.
Okay, I've already asked about the goblet. I don't know what you think you can do with it.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't do anything for anyone other than me.
Okay. Well, this is the object of Valian Dorn's desire. This is what he specifically wants me to get. Just tell me, are you able to make the goblet look like other stuff?
No, it's my focus. It basically, it's the conduit or whatever you want to call it. I don't understand all of it, but I know it's what I need to do what I can do.
Gotcha. So you lose that. You can't do that anymore, right?
Well, that part, but I had other people try to drink from it after you said all you said. Nobody's getting things. Said it tastes like water. To me, it tastes actually quite nice, like a peach schnapps, but it's still, like, to anyone else, it's not doing anything for them.
Interesting. Well,
So, okay, fine. Let me ask a few more questions. It's Terrafin. Let me see what he thinks about all this.
mm-hmm. And just to let you know, when we actually do the switch, it'll be during the party, and it's going to be just fun and fantastic. So make sure you mention that if you talk to Terrafin. I'm sure you and he'll love it, because it'll be just a blast. but not like those Elder's Blasts.
And he'll stand up and he'll walk up to you and he'll be like, sorry. And he'll kind of put the gag, work it back into your mouth. And he's like, they'd be upset if, okay. And he turns and walks out.
Mm-hmm.
So, a little bit more time passes. And about probably not even 2 full hours, it's hard to tell. He comes back and he basically gestures with his head right when he walks in, and Captain of the Guard comes in behind him and walks up and undoes your manacles. I don't know why, but Terrafin doesn't seem too worried about it anymore. He said, your plan probably is a good one and it'll be a lot of fun. So if he wants to go along with it, I'll go along too. But after this, I swear I never want to see you again.
Okay, deal.
And you'll be ushered out. And as you're walking out, and guards are still close, very close by, kind of escorting. Derek is walking with you. And so when do you need to trade this? And now he's actually holding the kind of jug, kind of very filigreed still and everything, but the water pitcher kind of.
Yeah, hold on to it now. You'll know the time because it'll be quite the spectacle. And just trust me.
Which is why we are all in this
nod
mess.
And I'll give you a nod and, give you the signal.
He doesn't even really say, you can see it's taking a lot just to, and guards escort you to the gates. Gates open. Party is still going.
Party is still going?
Yep. You actually run into 1 or 2 guys who just kind of bump into you. It's like, hey, weren't you? And you kind of look behind. How are you? Yeah.
So was this the scheduled party or is this still the...
This is still the street party.
Oh, yeah, good.
Mr. and...
yeah, Mr. and
Daughter Midnight are keeping
they did
going.
their job. Good.
Mhm.
And it's about mid-afternoon at this point, like early afternoon, like noon, 1 o'clock.
Yeah, so then it's just kind of a matter of getting to the party. I want to go over to Daughter Midnight and kind of, thank her for keeping it going, keeping the party spirits up.
So yeah, you'll kind of mill around looking for her, and all of a sudden this hair up in a top, like poofy kind of ponytail, wearing, close to nothing now, with some body paint on, kind of just bounces into you, just like, oh, hi, and she hugs you. I'm going to kill you when this is all over.
Oh, good.
Nothing will ever stop me from hunting you down. And then she kisses you on the cheek and she's like, so how's it going?
It's good. How long till the party?
It's party starts at 7. So probably about 6 hours roughly at this point.
Oh, 6 hours. Good. I am going to cast suggestion on Daughter Midnight.
Okay, what is the DC or
16.
the check? The check, the wisdom.
Yep, wisdom.
She's a monk. She rolled a natural 15, and that makes it a 19. Or no, 20. Dirty 20. So what do you say with this suggestion that doesn't land? But
I was going to ask her to hand out all the flyers from Tora Tirania's riverboat cruise.
That's what you're bringing, Bert.
Yeah.
She like kind of, you see, like as you kind of cast and say that to her, and all of a sudden you just feel on the back of your neck just this clenching. Give me the damn flyers if it's important. And she rips them out of your hand. And then she's like, have fun, and smacks you harder than necessary.
Yeah.
Nah, she didn't do 1 HP.
And he's out.
And just starts walking away and just kind of tossing off like, hey, what's this? And she just starts handing them out.
Yeah. No, but like all around town, all around the Cliffs District.
You'll just see this real quick and this like smile that doesn't match the shark's eyes as she glances over at you and just keeps handing them in the party.
Good job. Thank you.
Bye.
Okay.
Yeah, and you do start hearing your own voice that's just howling, chug, 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 just everything, keeping things going.
Mm-hmm. Well, I gotta take a nap or something.
Fair.
And then be ready for the party, get dressed and get ready for the party. So however I can do that.
So heading back.
Yeah.
Silver teacup.
It takes a little time to rest and then get dressed.
Okay.
Although, did I even need to get dressed? Did Javen even bother to
I
give me some
did,
threads?
I did give you so everyone's essentially just going to be wearing togas. If I have anything to say about it, with some cool jackets, because taking some inspiration from the threads you showed up in when we first saw you. So you have a matching toga to go on underneath your party jacket.
Ooh.
Maritimo would have
Close to
requested
matching as possible.
a bustle.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yeah, it's got a very long train.
Looking good. Okay.
So you can get a short, like you're not going to be able to get a long rest.
No.
You would be able to get a short rest, and then you can spend your hit dice to go back up.
I'm going to spend my hit dice.
Yep.
Okay. That's 5d8 plus 3s.
So while you're doing that, Callan will make his way to the silver teacup. Dolan is sleeping when he arrives after a short, I'm guessing, conversation. You can see he is definitely worse for wear.
Not talking to him, just hold up another page. And the page is a list of all your faults this time. Mostly about 10 lines of, you do not follow the script, you do not follow the script, and variations thereof. He got out the thesaurus for this one.
Oh.
He ran out of all his words and had to get more words. As surprising as that is.
Good feedback. I see you just gave up here and started cursing. Okay.
He's getting the cold shoulder. Javiant, tell him he is getting the cold shoulder, so he knows he is getting the cold shoulder. I will not be speaking to him.
Well, I don't know how to tell you this, Callan, but you have unfortunately given yourself the cold shoulder. I'm so sorry.
Say it isn't so, Mertimo.
It breaks my heart for it to end this way.
He is losing his billing.
But you are in the doghouse, my man. And I pat his shoulder sympathetically. Like, I've never been in there myself, but I've heard it's quite taxing. So my condolences to you. It's so sad that you're dead to him. It's so sad.
It is, Mertimo. It's been a wonderful journey. I really need a nap. I'll see you at the party.
I feel so tired.
Yeah. Oh, that's got to sting.
It's been a long day of going off your script and
Every time I'm about to do something, I realize it was on script, so I got to do something else.
Oh my gosh. That sounds about right.
all right. So all Callan is doing is taking that short rest and then getting ready for the party to swell.
Okay. The only other thing that will happen during this is we'll do just a quick cut scene for the simple fact of in some of the time that passed while Callan was in custody, Javian and Murtimo, you did have one more visitor.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
Terrafin showed up actually fully in person, looking a little different, a little more put together. Granted, he just appeared in your room. Instead of hair just kind of loose, it's kind of tied back.
Murtimo would
just kind of
mistakenly held up Callan's script line, assuming it was him, but still eyes closed.
I mean, what? Hey, man! And he'll grab it out of your hand.
No.
I
So that is for another party. Those are not your lines. I apologize.
I prefer play a little loose, but
Yes, as you should. You have natural talent. The wellspring of talent, some may say.
Hey! I'm pretty sure now we're gonna be on the same team. So, you guys think about my offer we were talking about?
He'll gesture towards Javian.
I've thought about many a thing since our previous conversation, but I have to say your offer is the most tempting of those I've received, in lieu of fan letters and general adoration. You know how it goes. You get me.
Of course, I get it. And the thing is this is gonna prop you guys up to be how did Callan put it? My council of the vine. This is gonna be great. And I kind of am running on a deadline because I gotta kind of make sure that I got a backup before some wacky fun is gonna, potentially kick off here. And I would like to make sure that my bases are covered.
Oh yes, I think that you can, at least in my understanding of events, you can count on me. As long as you have the your end of the bargain, I suppose.
We are in, and we appreciate that you think of these things ahead. Even though you play loose in the moment, you think ahead. We appreciate that. It is very helpful.
This is gonna be great, guys. Like, I feel it. This is a power team right here. Here, I brought gifts. Well, actually, I didn't bring gifts. I brought a little juice, as it were. But
Juice.
I'm gonna help you guys out. Gonna install you as my counsel now. So he kind of walks by you, Murtimo, and grabs the inkwell that you've been using for writing, and he'll kind of swirl a little bit. Yes, we'll probably do. Take a big drink of the ink. Kind of, and spit it back in, and the inkwell then turns silver. And he kind of gestures out, he's like, give me the quill. And he'll dunk your quill, and the feathers, everything, it looks more what's the right word I'm looking for? More ornate and filigreed and just big, poofy, beautiful Shakespearean quill and ink. And then sets it down in front of you, and he's like, for the director, I have to make sure you got the right utensils. And for you, my sweet, my amazing star, gotta make sure no one's messing with you. And so he's gonna grab your glass kind of that's sitting on the table, and he is going to then kind of just look at it and grab the inkwell again and pour it in and do another swig, and it turns into this silver, almost silver pewter look with this mosaic of, kind of think that like Roman Bacchus kind of chaotic party going on with, if you think the German steins on it that has a little flicker on the top to cover it, with that on the top of it. And he just, I think that'll do. You two, guess what? You are now officially my counsel. So, that being said, I would, as I have told all others, don't spread the word that you're specifically mine too loudly, but yet also spread the word. Just got to be kind of smart about it. There are people out there who will want to kill you. That is just, I figure with, Callan, there are people out there trying to kill him. I figured,
Can you blame them, really?
Right.
I mean.
But great guy, great. You guys are great. We're going to do great things. I feel it. It's going to be great. I love it. I love this energy. This is going to be good.
There's a lot of synergy in this.
Neratimo would give a low bow, a low dramatic bow.
Oh, please. And he'll bow right back. I enjoy all that. I'm on your team now. I love this. All of us, we're going to do lunches. It's going to be great. But I got to get back.
Yes.
I'll have my plants talk to your plants and plants. And he'll kind of
I was going to say, where's my buddy?
Yep. He'll just pull some hair out of his head and he'll straighten it. And all of a sudden there's this sunflower and he'll, there's gotta be some, hey, Mossy, come here, and grab some moss off of just up in a corner and mush it together, and all of a sudden the sunflower's head just tilts forward, and he's like, tosses it over to you, Javian.
Yeah.
I'll make it a lot easier. You've got your own ways to work with that, and I can talk through. I mean, we got to be on the sync with each other. So this is going to be great. I'm excited.
Yes.
But I got to go. I got to make sure the rest of everything can go the way everybody wants. And now that this is taken care of, I'm in on all plans because we're good. So, oh, geez, what is that? He disappears when you turn around.
I put the stem of the sunflower around my ear, and I
want to describe fully what you have in your mind, seeing as this was kind of your.
Yes. He his name is Daryl, just in case anyone was wondering.
Not to be mistaken with Derek.
Yes. A lot of D names in this campaign. Hey, Cammy. My cat's trying to make a cameo. But so it is a sunflower, a living, breathing, semi-sentient sunflower. And I'm imagining in the brown spot in the middle of the sunflower is just a beautiful, big old eyeball. And maybe some teeth made out of those little sunflower seeds. Just a little guy with one big old eyeball, a big lion's mane of petals, in little flower arms made out of his leaves. And he looks great in my hair.
Yeah, he can look completely natural and just a sunflower when he
can close his eye.
Yeah,
but I wouldn't want him
teeth
to
go in.
Yeah, I would want him to be up and about as much as he can, but only to freak people out in passing, in case they're like, "Did I just see? Did that sunflower just wink at me?" Oh, it blinked. It blinked at me. Oh, okay. That's my interpretation.
Perfect. I love it. All right. So, all of that, and you rest, Callan, and when you come back out, the whirlwind of the seamstress is now, or the costumer is now finished, and you see, when you walk out of the side room where you rested, kind of took a little cat nap and bound some wounds and put yourself back together. There was a outfit for you to don, and when you come out, sitting at a table is Mertimo and Javient and a flower that is just kind of sitting, and it looks like it's almost with its hands holding a miniature, like it's just a thimble with like some tea in it probably, and he just stop. And Dolan is sitting awake and just staring. So it's probably about 6 o'clock, last hour beforehand. Mr. and Daughter Midnight should be showing up shortly.
Cool. Well, Callan will just leave, ask Dolan if he wants to come with. Kind of disguise self to dress down, look like one of the normal revelers so that he can proceed to the party unnoticed by anyone else.
Yeah, if you ask, he'll kind of be like, what is the plan? Like, what is my part in some of this? Like, to start off with, because I know once we're in there, divining and things like that nature, just assisting in general. But I'll be honest, I didn't enjoy being terrified for real when everybody else apparently knew that I wasn't supposed to be.
You did do a fantastic job at it, though. However.
No. I really like you, Dolan. I kind of hope that you'd like to work with me in the future. So your role in this, how does celebrity judge sound?
Celebrity judge. Sure.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, did you ever think you'd do something like that?
No, sir.
Okay. I mean, I got to top your first B&E. How am I going to top that? Celebrity judge is probably it. So what do you say?
Okay.
Right on.
I just rolled his divine rolls, so I know what they are. So
you will do fantastic.
I'm ready to join this party. I'm ready to tear up this town.
Let us go meet Mr. and Daughter Midnight.
Yep. So you come out and you see them both waiting downstairs. They're just sitting at a table. You see, it looks like Daughter Midnight is drinking some sort of tea and looks maybe a smidge of a headache or something, but she's all right. She's more clothed. She's back to kind of her normal look. And Mr. looks fine, normal self. And they kind of look
all
up
is in
and see
readiness.
Suppose as ready as we can be. Hope the party was well worth it. We managed to make it grow a little bit more even.
Excellent. Excellent. The groundlings are always important.
Yeah, it might have just for a hot second started to turn more into a riot as people got a little confused and drunk. But I feel like we toned most of that down.
But I hope you kept that edge.
Well, I mean, the city guards never showed up, so I'm assuming we're right there.
Excellent. Excellent. All according to plan.
Perfect. That's great. So if we're all ready.
Party time.
All right.
A round of shots, perhaps, before we go.
Yes, that is a necessity.
Mr. Will he's like, I'm fine. And Daughter Midnight, she's just like, no.
Mertimo will take a shot.
Dolan will as well. He's like, wow. I mean,
Cheers. Cheers, Dolan Malik. Again, to being terrified but not terrified. Excellent work.
I can't wait.
And I want to pour any drink that I get from now into the foreseeable future will go into my cool new beer stein.
Yeah. And also, just an FYI, anytime you want it to be something, you can change the flavor.
Yeah.
And it's, yeah.
Does it change its chemical components? Because I would like to fill it up with water and turn it into spirits before we go.
No, it's always full when you need it. But it's
Magic.
always, yeah. Yep.
I'm so excited. Yes, I will mix my shot in with my magically herbaceous, very, very, very strong spirit and take a few gulps before heading out the door in the party mood.
All right.
Everyone break a leg. That is not literal Dolan Malik. That is a
Yeah, exactly.
that is a saying. Please do not break any legs.
Depending on how hard we party, we might.
Javian will wink at, or Mortimer will wink at Javian.
All right. So you're off to the party.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you all make your way back to the mansion. It doesn't take long.
As we're going out, Mortimer will ask Mister to please stick close. There are a number of potential scene changes that I believe you would be most helpful with.
Mm-hmm.
Potential scene changes, but we will make those determinations as the situation develops.
Get a nod. So it does not take long as you are walking to start to see the edge of the party, and you make your way. And there's, if anything, there is kind of this strange scene. Like typically, this type of party at a lord's mansion, especially with the kind of estate, the way it's set up, you'd assume carriages are kind of checked in. And they go through the gate and go up and go, in the roundabout and all of that. So some of that riot Mr. was talking about is the fact of that party has moved on to the grounds as well. And the guards have kind of, it seems like they are half begrudgingly allowing this break in security because they must have been told to, because they're still at their posts and still doing their rounds, but there are just people milling around. And so as all these people are kind of moving around on the grounds and still moving in, because now this party apparently has moved into some mansion and anybody's invited, carriages are trying to get in and being stalled by the people. The town hasn't looked this normal almost in quite a while.
It's very festive.
And it would, if anything, it's the first time since everything has happened 9 months ago that it's like, yeah, it almost feels like a festival again. And there hasn't been any.
Can I climb up on one of the carriages nearby?
Oh, sure. Absolutely.
I'm going to definitely do that and just I'm partying on top of a carriage, man. Also trying to see if I can just stand on top of it and get into the party that way. Just going to see.
Yeah. Let me just roll to see with the energy that's going on here, if anyone's really going to stop you, because this is not the weirdest thing or the craziest thing happening. Yeah, no, you hear a couple half-hearted, from the guards, get down, get down, and even the carriage driver's about the most adamant, who's just like, hey, get off my carriage. Can you just get
I throw
down?
some beads at him and I say, Happy Mardi Gras.
So, pay me enough for this.
I don't know if we need to use a resource point on this, but when Murtimo was doing his little scouting on the staffing for the party, he was able to insert one of our old festival friends to be in charge of the music and just keep things pumped up to 11.
I mean, that's simple enough if that's what you want. I mean, sure.
Okay.
We got him to burn, unlike the DM. So
You got him to what?
we've got resource points to burn, unlike the DM. So
That is true. That
Mhm.
is true.
don't try to talk us out of it, Scott.
So that is one of your 9. So you've used one,
Sweet.
and so you have a familiar ally who is part of the idea and keeping the music pumping, as it were, in this setting of fantasy DJ.
This is kind of like an alt metal tiefling woman named Jazz she's part of the friends group between Callan, Mertimo, and Javiant. The old festivals bunch.
Sounds good.
Mm-hmm. And is it dark yet, or?
It's getting there. With the Cliffs District, they're situated where they get the last bits of sunlight being up here, and he is right on the cliff, this mansion. So it's not dark yet, but it is getting to that early-ish evening where the light's shifting and torches are being lit and stuff like that.
Okay.
Where are those banquet tables we're at? Are they still set up?
Oh, yeah. There's more of them.
Martimo will be leading.
That's in the back of the mansion, though.
Yep. Be heading that way.
Okay.
With Mr. Right, nodding to Mr. and Javiant and heading towards that direction.
All right.
Are the mayors here? Like you mentioned, Councillor Longfoot talked to.
Roll me a perception check.
Okay.
I mean, there's a lot of people here now. It's not
Right.
just a simple where you could have kept eye on everything that was happening.
Okay. Perception for that is a 1.
There's a lot of people. There's a lot of nice carriages. He might have already gotten here. He might not have shown up yet. It's hard to tell.
How about Councillor Nelinther, who came up from the Shores District?
I know for a fact she is not here yet.
Okay.
So you, as well with that last roll, do not see any of those faces that you're looking for.
Gotcha. Well, I'll wait till it's dark enough, and then gonna put on a show.
Okay. So the evening wears on. You all just kind of letting the night go on, as it were.
Keeping an eye on things, waiting for the appearance of the goblet. Keeping Mr. close, keeping an eye out for Dr. Midnight, keeping an eye out for, I'm assuming Dolan Malik is sticking close to Callan.
Everyone roll me then a perception check. Just kind of as the night's going on.
17.
Pull this boy up.
19.
I'm glad that you asked. That is a 12. Oh, 17. 12 plus 5.
So, as the night goes on, you are going to, just as everything is getting to the point of getting dark enough, you will see there is going to be a spotlight that all of a sudden will shine on one of the balconies. There, you are going to see 2 figures come out. One, Terrafin, in a little bit more, like there's almost more embroidery of like some greens on his robes now. And it doesn't look like just a bathrobe or like type thing. It looks like a real almost fitted like robes, like proper. And he'll gesture behind him and you'll see Derek come out wearing very similar kind of with the green embroidery on a shirt and nice like belt with sword on it and all kind, very proper and formal and all this stuff. And Terrafin will announce to everyone, I'm glad everybody managed to show up for this delicious night. We all are here to celebrate. Me! And of course, with me is my right-hand man, my main compadre, Lord Derek, the new Lord of the Cliffs District, and we just wanted to invite everyone here to say hello, enjoy our food, enjoy our drinks. The party is just getting started. It's going to be quite a rager. And you'll see Derek kind of very a little uncomfortable, kind of just bow nervously to everybody, you know, and light will turn off. It's definitely dark enough now. You'll hear some also, just to go with that, there is some other, like, you'll see some fire breathers, stuff like that. Just a little bit of hoorah after the announcement.
Nice.
Awesome. Then at some point, I'm just going to get up on that front courtyard stage and just kind of take over the venue and say, yes, everyone, thank you for coming. Thank you to our gracious hosts. Sing praise to the spirit of Terrapin. Kindle a flame of joy like a torrent. Claim every hill and valley whereupon to dance. Praises, Terrapin, Terrapin, Terrapin. We have something special for your entertainment pleasure tonight. It is a contest of champions.
Yeah, I'm not even making roll with everything. It's not going to take much. Yeah, you know.
So if I can please have Terrapin and Derek join us down on the courtyard stage, I'll introduce our celebrity judges. First off,
Dolan will be like,
do we have any councilmen, leaders, mayors in the audience who would volunteer as a judge?
you will get the one hand that, right? It's like, oh, I suppose I can lend my expertise. And the councilman, you just said it, and I
Longfoot.
Yep, thank you. Comes walking up.
Oh, how truly wonderful to be graced with such eminence for a celebrity judge. Please, Councilman Longfoot, take your place on the celebrity judge panel.
He bows. There's hoots and hollers. Everybody's drunk.
I yell, take your top off.
Next up, a very... Next up, there's no finer diviner in all the land, Mr. Dolan Malik.
Know him.
I know him. That's awesome. Yeah.
And we have the maestro of the stage himself, Mertimo.
Even louder scream of, that's my roommate.
Mertimo will of course take a deep bow and walk up to the stage.
Oh,
Make his way through, nodding to Mister with just a
Keep an eye out.
Yep.
And he just kind of gives you a little yep.
Yep.
He looks just like amused as well, just like, this is gonna be something, you know.
Oh, yeah.
I can feel the excitement in the air. The tension is palpable. And I can see the odd expression on everyone's face, just waiting for what kind of contest is this? Let me tell you.
Karaoke.
I had a conversation with Mr. Terrapin himself not too long ago. And he said his mother told him that he should choose a champion. And how do you choose a champion? You put on a contest of champions. And you all have the wonderful opportunity to be here today for that contest.
Everybody, while you're doing this, Mick, your disadvantage thing is you are focused on what you're doing. Everybody else, you two can roll me quick perception checks real quick.
Yes.
22.
That'll be another 17.
Okay. It's probably
Great.
appropriate, seeing as Mertimo is paranoid.
This is
You're going
very
to notice,
not nice
just
signal.
as you're kind of looking around and, you know, up there and, you know, everything, and Callan is just keeping this going and announcing more, you'll notice all of a sudden were there gargoyles or something on the tops of like the fence line, or is that a
Tell me to roll
person
a
or?
history check.
It's hard to see, but roll me an intelligence if you're trying to remember. Just like were there?
I'm gonna fight some gargoyles. Are we gonna
Just a 9.
kill some
9?
monsters?
You're not sure with everything. Like they're not like you don't see them moving, but you're looking and it's like 1, 2, 3, 4. Like they are just every so many feet. You see, it's hard to see with all the light here. Just shapes.
Did we
Just
notice those
FYI,
earlier?
you don't even notice them now, Javian.
I know.
Okay. So, Callan, continue.
Okay. All right. Yada, yada, yada. And now introducing the contestants for the position of champion of Terrafin, Speaker of the Vine, Anchor. First, we have Lord Derek. Come on down, Lord Derek.
He'll awkwardly just like, you know.
Awesome.
Yep, he's there.
And our second and final contestant. You may know him, you may dread him. It is Speaker of the Vine wannabe, Mr. Fallion Dorn. Come on down, Fallion Dorn.
You hear the crowd shouting, screaming. And then after a little bit, there's just this quiet, like,
Valiant. Valiant.
Oh, is
Maritimil will try to. Go ahead.
Fallion Dorn, is this a forfeit, Mr. Fallion Dorn? Is this what we're looking at here? Can we go ahead and crown our champion?
Maritimil will try to catch Mister's eye.
He's paying very much attention to everything with you guys. And so, yeah, and he'll just like see you and just, and he'll start to look around.
Calling Fallion Dorn.
Back at you. Yeah, as he's calling and he just kind of raises his shoulders. And
becoming quite the buzzkill, Fallion
you
Dorn.
look back up and they're gone.
Look back up.
And he's just looking at you like, what? You know? I think let me.
Callan would probably see a little
Are you
bit
trying
of gestures going on.
just to make sure? Because I rolled high for him, intelligence check. I thought you were gesturing to look around.
Fallion Dorn?
You want him to look like Fallion Dorn.
That's what I was
this
trying
is the
to
thing I needed to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry. Yes.
Fallion Dorn?
Don't want to keep the DM in the dark, guys. You can say things. Yeah. So he rolled a 17 without even his modifier.
That was trying to as
he'll-
there's no silence. Trying to this is one of the right. We had prepped him. May need you take on various aspects due to the So he's trying
Not
to hint.
him,
Sorry,
though.
I was trying to hint that.
So yeah, sorry.
Yep, sorry.
So
Nope, I was
he'll
being too
just kind of you see him just, and he'll start to walk, and just like as he kind of pushes by somebody, one side of it he's Mister, the other side he looks with the full mask, everything like the Speaker of the Vines, and
Darth
comes
Vader coming at
walking up. And gets to the center stage or near you, and he's like just waves, "No forfeit here."
Oh, wonderful. It truly is a contest. Excitement.
Excitement. Yeah, the crowd is excited that he finally the suspense, you know.
This is a contest for the ages. Okay. So once everybody, the celebrity judges and the contestants are seated, I have to give an acknowledging nod to Mr. So you had to represent Falion Dorn, just like whisper it to him.
Oh yeah. He's like, apparently, I don't think he planned on being here until he needed to be here, but I don't know what he thinks. I just know what I was hired to do. And you see through the mask, one of his, like you've seen his eyes, like they just actually glow for just a split second gold. And he's just like, but I'm playing along. I'm doing my job. Do I win or lose?
I'm rooting for you, buddy.
All right. So he'll just wave again to everybody.
Okay. All right. Well, you can't be the anchor for Terrafin without being the master of wine and song. So, of our first leg of our contest, of course, is a drinking contest.
Okay. Everybody's obviously going to cheer at that. Yeah. It's like, get the kegs, you know?
Yeah.
Okay. So then I kind of have to do my switch signal to Derek.
Okay.
And I say, pineapples for everyone.
Tiki drinks.
And pineapples for everyone. I don't know if you want us to burn a resource point on this, probably. Was a signal for.
That sounds like a thing you'd burn a thing for.
Yeah, okay. It's a good one. The revelers that I brought up from the Shores District, we bought some fireworks on the way up. So,
okay.
Pineapples for everyone. That's their cue.
Okay. Yeah, so poof, 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 poof. Everyone roll me a perception check in the lights going bursting and the sound, everything.
21.
Everybody can roll. Callan, you too. 21.
Ooh, I also got a 21.
This
21.
is a roll for what?
Perception.
Perception. Okay. 16.
You don't notice. The two 21s do. Anything above a 20. You'll notice in all the poof, 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 you will, for the first time, Javian, you will see a couple shapes, hooded figures on top of the mansion as one of the lights burst. And then the next time it bursts, there's no one there. You'll see, Murtimo, the gates are closed now. And you will see there looks to be potentially maybe a carriage or something on the outside of the gates.
Maritimil will give the signal to Javian that, right, the be wary sign.
Yeah. And I'm inside the gate, I would assume, at this point.
Yeah, everybody's on the inside at this point.
And start moving towards
I'm coming to reconvene by the stage for sure.
Start making towards our exit.
Yeah. Once I see that, I'll be moving towards a way out.
Callan, what are we doing now? What's the next step? Drinking contest? Is it just are they chugging or how are they doing this?
I don't see that commotion.
You didn't roll high enough. You saw the fireworks and you're focused on what's in front of you. You're on script.
Okay. I'm casting Phantasmal Force on Mr.
Okay. Let me roll for him. Wait, I need to see if
that's not going to feel good.
Well, the only question I have, roll me an Arcana check real quick. First off, seeing as that's a
nat 20. So
no issue.
26.
Okay. I'm just trying to see if that is considered a charm or not. I can't remember. There it is.
I think it is.
It's an illusion, not a charm. Okay.
Oh,
So that's good. That's good in this situation. So he is going to make what is an intelligence saving throw.
yep. 16.
That'll be 24 for him here at a natural 19. So what is the illusion still though? It just because I believe it still pops off.
Uh-huh.
So I can realize, yeah, it just he knows it's an illusion.
Oh, okay. So, do I know it didn't take or?
You it's your magic. You definitely you feel that same friction when like you've been feeling. It hits him, and you feel like it kind of splashed over him, but it didn't actually get him wet. If that makes sense.
Okay. Cool. So knowing that, I'm handing him, just a regular goblet, but making it look like really fun, fizzy green,
Okay.
popping drink.
Okay. And he'll kind of, you can see his eyes kind of squint through the mask a little bit as like, you just cast on me, bro. You know? And he'll just, cheers. And he'll start drinking that.
Okay.
Is it poison? Are we doing a triple cross?
No, we're tapping those kegs. So the rules of this contest is to see who can drink and keep drinking the longest.
My favorite kind
poor
of game.
Derek. Oh, poor Derek. He does not have a high constitution, guys.
The thing. Oh no. Uh-oh.
So that will start to ensue. As they are now going glass for glass, is there anything, resource points or anything you want to do during this to make things happen? Or are we letting them go drink for drink, which is Derek the only one drinking real stuff, or?
No, they're both drinking real stuff.
Okay.
And then just whatever happens next, Derek passes out or Mr. gets tipsy.
Okay. So, yep, they're going glass for glass. Within like the first 3 glasses, you see Derek is starting to struggle. And it's just like, everyone's happy, everyone's cheering, but you can see Derek's just like, and continue on. Let me quick for that round. He actually I rolled high for him.
Yes. He
So
pukes and rallies.
He might. I'm good. You know, they keep going. About this time, yes, Mertimo.
While this is going, Mertimo will be trying to watch for the hooded figures and see, are they coming closer or what's going on?
Yeah, I would definitely be
He wants
eye
to
on
know
the sky as
where
well.
He needs to slide off the stage and
Roll another perception check.
18.
And oops. That's a 1
All
plus
right.
5, 6.
Boo. You lost them. You don't know where they are.
Frick.
But
Callan roll.
you can absolutely roll if you were like, you don't know to specifically look at for them, but if you're looking around in general, you can.
No.
Okay. So you don't know where these figures are. This will keep going. I'll roll another
Mertimo
one
would
for him.
ready in action to slide off the stage at a moment's notice.
And that was bad for Derek. Yeah. So it gets to like the 5th glass now, and Derek is heavily leaning on the table. Mr. is just one leg up, kind of casually sitting there and just drinks, sets it down, waits for the next one, and just he's fine. Derek's struggling, and you see he's not even drinking it at this moment. He's just stopped. And then about this time, you're going to hear from the other side of the courtyard a scream. Kind of breaks through as some people are kind of paused and chuckling a little bit as Derek's struggling, just oohs and ahs. And you'll hear a scream, and you'll start to, all of you can start to see there's a little bit of movement of some guards. Not breaking up the party yet. They're dealing with things, but you can just see like a couple like make signals like, oh, over here, you know.
Javiant will try to catch, or Meritim will try to catch Javiant, see if he can see Javiant. You're muted. You're muted, Javiant.
Can't hear you.
Kellen, you're muted.
Sorry about that. I realized I was muted.
I didn't cast silence.
Yeah, I'm miming. I realized when I saw those figures, I moved closer to the stage, so you'd be able to lock eyes with me pretty easy.
Okay.
So we could. I'm gonna gesture that we should go check it out,
Oh,
or at least I'm going to
Meritim was gesturing to
get out.
get out.
Yeah, honestly, that might not be a bad idea to split and go in the opposite direction.
So Meritim was going to. How bad out is Derek?
Derek looks like he's hanging on by a thread.
Meritim will go over and wink at Kale and nod to Mr. and we'll go to Derek and try to take his arm and
I'll come up and assist.
Perhaps a little water, Lord Thornson.
Okay. Well, it's looking like we might have a champion, but you are matched 1-for-1. So let's take your victory drink. And that one, I'll take the hugest mug around.
Yeah, won't be fun.
Put it
Like
in
you can
front.
take some guy who's got some stupid trophy that's just filled, and he's like, yeah.
There you go.
Sets it down, and you see like through the mask, through everything, just the posture, the head tilt of like, really, you know. And yeah, he'll just kind of give me a moment. I'll need a little bit longer to deal with this particular drink.
Can we get Thornsong on his feet?
Yeah, you guys can start moving if you want to move back while he's taking center stage for you guys and being a little bit of a distraction because he has a trophy to drink.
Yep, we're
Sure does.
We're heading back to the back of the grounds behind the house.
Yeah.
Yep.
So,
I'll get
Callan, you see them kind of helping Derek move in that direction. Are you going too?
Yeah, I am. So I'll just pump up the crowd. Yeah, keep cheering him on. Let's go. We'll keep him going. And then follow them.
very quickly to drink.
Mhm.
So you all make your way. You see some guards that pass you as you're hurrying quicker, running. You guys heading to get Derek away just to make sure direction. Are you moving with the guards or away from the guards?
Away from the guards towards the back of the house.
Okay,
the commotion's at the front of the grounds, right? Yep. Yeah, we're moving to the back to the where all the tables were laid and back towards the edge of that cliff there, overlooking the lake.
Yeah, and Derek is, stumbling and you're taking most of his weight. And he does have his kind of canteen jug that's his filigreed focus, like hanging on his belt. And so you guys are all ushering him forward.
Mm-hmm.
You get back there. It is actually fairly quiet. All the excitement's towards the front. Even some of the guards from back here have moved that way. So there's almost no one back here right now.
Javiant, do you also suspect something bad is happening?
Yeah. Did you see what was going on the top of the roof?
Yes.
We've got some sort of
Kalen, there are party crashers. Unpaid audience.
Well, we're not sure if they're paid.
What is your plan here, Kellen?
Well,
kind of prop Derek up a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Let's be ready.
I slap him.
ah,
Sober.
bye. I'm fine.
You need to be awake.
You're not.
sometime.
We have the second fake within our group.
You guys have a fake because a mending spell, and Dolan is able to repair the
Okay,
fake.
we have
So
that.
you have
fake.
that. Plus, you,
We had a second
Eric's
one.
there with the. Yeah, you have. Yeah.
Yep.
Either way, what are you doing?
I
Things are
just
happening.
call out Hedgehog, which is a signal to Javiant and Mertimo to go into one of our old combat show maneuvers where I'm basically in front, ready to take all the damage, and they're able to pick off enemies from a distance.
Cool.
Mertimo will look over to Javiant and nod as we're behind. We'll kind of back up and
Yeah, and your back is to the cliff.
yep. And now,
Oh, we don't want to be back to the cliff.
Mertimo would have maneuvered us so that our back is to the cliff.
Okay,
Oh, absolutely.
so then
That's my escape route.
it's like a defense in depth. So Callan would be like 10 feet in front of Mertimo
Okay.
and Javiant.
Sword drawn.
Yep.
Okay.
At this point, I would like to burn 2 of our resource points.
Okay.
So in one of my
Or
surveillances, as I was moving around stealthily around the outside of the mansion and the grounds, I would have been looking for a right place. We talked about finding places to hide, places to stash things.
Mhm.
2 of the and then as Javiant and Maritimo were some of our day trips this last week, stashing ropes.
Yep.
On this edge of this cliff, this balcony overlooking the edge of the cliff, this very scenic balcony and the scenic look, and start tying the ropes up to cast them down. That's one resource point that I would like to do, or however many you want to spurn.
that's within the setting you've already
Yep.
talked kind of about. So that's just one. So
And
Cool.
another point for lining up the small boat down at the base of the cliff with the captain ready to pick us up.
A low
Yeah,
whistle.
Some of this, right? The
A
platinum's
low
all
whistle
gone.
out against the cliff.
The
little-
platinum's
hey.
gone, but Maritimo is a gambler. He would have tried his best to turn that platinum into gems and gold and at the silver teacup gambling away and converting that money into something a little more less identifiable and smaller.
if you spend instead of 1 for that one, 2, I say that's possible then.
Yep.
Because that's securing a boat, secure and paying them with money you really didn't have, but we can just say you went on a gambling tear.
It is the old profession.
So you've used then
3.
5
So
out
now
of
we're
the
down
9
to
total.
Yep, we're down to 4 points left.
4 points left. Okay, just to make sure.
Yep.
So as you're kind of backed up, you're getting those ropes out that were hidden just in case, right?
No, we're like turning and no, this is the plan.
Yeah,
Oh,
we're gonna
you're-
go.
You're going down.
I don't care what Callan's doing at this point. We're going down.
Okay, so you two start doing. Where's Derek?
We're going to try to get Derek looped up in some way, shape, or form here. Harnessed
I'll have
up.
him
Okay.
up on my back.
That'll-
or something.
That'll take a moment, so you can start to secure him. Callan,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if Callan's
Within a
noticed
few
us with
moments-
this or not, but
like all of a sudden you start to hear behind you, like just sounds like, all right, I'll hold him. Hold on. Now you turn around and they're tying Derek to Javiant, and they've got
I'm
these
holding him
ropes
like a
to
little
go down.
baby.
Okay.
I'm fine.
Yeah, well,
Belligerent
you're
baby.
not great at walking, so you're gonna. Mama's got you.
And so you see this happening, Callan. What are you doing?
I am just covering their movement.
Okay. So you see that and kind of just turn back and keep an eye. And as you turn back, about 20 feet in front of you, in dark gray robes
Uh-oh.
with a hood up,
Mhm.
you see a figure. Nondescript. Who do you serve?
Asking who do I serve?
He just says this out loud enough for all of you can hear, and I guarantee it's loud enough, but it's not like shouting. All of you probably stop what you're doing because all of a sudden it's like you turned around, turned back, there he is, no sound.
Merriman's not stopping.
Who do you
continuing
who do
to
you
tie?
serve?
If
Yeah.
if anything, faster.
Yeah, for sure.
We're focused. We got the new job now. So.
Who do you serve?
You first.
My queen suffers no weakness from me. I serve myself.
And the host of the party?
Love him.
Roll
Big fan.
initiative. Yeah, we'll roll initiative for going back to that next episode. And flashing, because that's where we're leaving that initiative. Wrong answer. Flashing to the other side of the courtyard. There are figures that, as you get to the top of the street, turning a corner, Viet, with Rain and Scar, you turn the corner and you see there is a large cart directly in front of the gates of this big mansion. And inside you hear screams. Very quickly, between the three of you, you throw your pickaxe and a rope, and just real quick, all of you get over very quickly. You get to the top of the fence, look down, and you see 6 of these gray hooded robed figures, one's using like double scythes, one is using a bow, one is using a sword, axe, and they are mowing through the crowd and guards.
Jeez.
Very quickly, Scar and Rain you're in the middle, just look at you with just like this is not a fire, you know? What are you doing in that moment? You see all this going on.
Rain, what is the plan? What is being planned, Rain?
She's actually for a second kind of just shocked. She's just looking over the carnage. And it doesn't look like most of these people are even armed. Most of these people look like they were just civilians. And Scar from the other side, just you hear a roar and leaps off of the fence and starts charging, pulling out an axe, charging forward, because as much as everyone knows, you guys are, you're mercenaries.
Yep. But
you would know as well, Scar can be a good soul regardless.
Yep. Viet isn't far behind him.
Yep. And as you it takes you a minute because he just leaped off the top,
shrug and pull the warhammer out and get his shield, and he's right behind him.
Yep. And he jumps down, lands, starts taking off, roaring a battle cry, and then all of a sudden you see his head come off of his shoulders and look at you and drop as one of these hooded figures that none of you even saw came up as you were coming over and landing, came out from the bushes right behind him and just now flashing as well. Yeah. Maven.
Yeah. Hey.
Yeah. You and Apex and Sunshi, the tiefling samurai, you all are just made your way inside the mansion.
Oh gosh.
You're wearing dark, just hooded garb. You made your way in through some of the confusion you started to see there was something going on, like a cart being moved, and you all took that chance and got to the roof of the actual mansion and made your way in one of the windows and are looking around because what does Maven feel? Like there was Callan down in the courtyard doing Callan,
She's gonna, if she makes out of this situation alive, she's gonna be so happy to see him and probably break down into tears. She's also a little wary of Callan because she did see him get vaporized right in front of her.
Yeah.
So as much as she'd love to believe that that's him and how much it aches in her chest to see that.
Yeah, and as you're kind of froze as they start to make their way in, you even see Apex grab your shoulder. We don't know if it's him yet. Yeah. We got to keep our heads.
But if it's him, I'm going to kill him.
Fair. You make your way in. You're looking around, and about that time, you start to hear all the screams outside.
Am I wearing the same robes as the people?
Oh, no.
No.
You're wearing just black ones. They're wearing full, like, take, just to be simple, think like Assassin's Creed. You know, they're wearing dark gray, tightly fitted, kind of a mixture between robes and monk's robes and things like that.
Okay.
But yeah, you're wearing your normal garb with just a dark, cloak over top of it. Yeah. You're not affiliated. You are not.
That would be a twist. Oh, what a twist.
Kill them all.
Cool. And so, yeah, we're inside. What are we looking for?
Well, right now you got word that Callan has made an appearance in the Cliffs District. He's been partying all day. And there's this party, and basically you're there for surveillance more to like, all right, we got to play it smart. We got to first off know if it's actually him. Yeah. And second, find out if he's under any, because you've got the whole rundown, and we'll do that next episode a little bit more of the rundown of what they found out about the old tattoos.
Yes.
So you're just checking things out, and when you get into here and start looking, all of a sudden, as you're moving through, you open a door, and you're now in a spacious bedroom that has a hole going down to another floor. And sitting on, like, in the bed, that's no longer a jar, like a tipping. You see there's a figure in robes with green embroidery, hair back. He's sitting with a little bowl of some fruit, and he's eating. He's like, "Hey, how's it going?"
Hey, I know you. You're the guy from the topiary.
Hey! Yeah, he sets the thing there. He's like,
That's it. That's the one. That's it. That's my guy, Terrapin. It's been too long.
Oh, I wouldn't say that. He just kind of, as you say his name, he's like, I would not say that loud. Apparently, my presence has gotten out a little stronger, a little quicker than it needed to be. And there's been apparently some graffiti, and people have asked some questions about my being here. And, there's this whole group of people who just want to make sure people like me don't exist.
So your friends those are your friends outside, the ones who are mowing down your revelers?
Right. And the thing is, anybody who knows even my name is probably a target right now.
Love that.
So I'm just laying low, doing my thing.
Chilling in your bedroom.
Well, I can't one-on-one do anything. Like, that's why I have champions.
Yeah, but where are they, by the way?
Good question. Right now, there's a lot of chaos out there, and please help me, God, that I can't really hear a lot. It's really kind of loud out there, so I've kind of just closed things down, and now I'll just kind of wait and let my mortal champions take care of things. Okay. I'm sure it'll all work out.
Quick question, T-Dog.
I like it. What?
Yeah, right? You remember my friend, my best friend, really, Callan? You know him?
Great guy, yeah, totally.
Great guy.
He's here.
So that's him, huh?
Right. Crazy. I know. He totally died.
Okay. Whew. And Maven will grab him by the shoulders, and she will be forehead to forehead.
And as you grab him, you'll actually notice, like you kind of come up to him. It's like, dude, seriously. And like, you'll see the embroidery falls off his robe, and his hair now, like whatever was tying up his hair is kind of back into a muss. And Like he's like, yeah, whoa, oh man, chill. What?
I saw him die.
You're right. I
He
felt
went
it,
like
man.
this.
I felt it. Imagine feeling it. You saw it. I felt it. It was like a piece of you got
You
cut
don't know
off.
what I felt, man.
Yeah, you don't
All
know
right.
what I felt.
That's him though. That's really him.
Yep, I took a sample. It's so him. I mean, it feels. It's like a baby. It's kind of weird. It's kind of like it's fresh and new, and it's kind of the new. I think it's like the new fad, the new sizzle, the new version 2.0, something like that.
Okay. Wow. That's okay. Also, you look terrible.
Yeah, a lot of people who know about me are dying, so my ties
Okay.
are reducing. That's a thing that happens. That's why this has
You're
got to be
cool
a
with
slow
that?
burn. But I get carried away with parties, man.
You're cool, but you're cool with that. With
Well, I
this.
mean, I'm not loving it. I gotta be honest. I'm like, there's better outcomes.
oh man, dude, you suck. Oh man.
What? I can't do anything, and they're not even my like. They believe, but the thing is, they don't really believe. What they believe is like right now, I'm the name on the lips, and I'm a good time. They don't believe in me. That's why I got people out there who like care about me. Like
Yeah.
Derek, he's my guy right now, and I got some other people I got to keep on the down low, but they're on my team too. There's a
Yes.
whole thing going on. Callan's been
That's-
totally teaching me about double crossing and keeping people in and out. Callan, yeah.
On that note, would Terrafin feel that Callan presently is holding his goblet right now? Because he gave the signal, the trust me signal.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna roll
And
with
Derek is
disadvantage.
out
I
of
forgot
it.
about that. And Derek's very out of it. You know what? Whether it be some other sonar, as he's talking to you, Maven, all of a sudden he's like, "Whoa, yeah, he's down there." One of my, he doesn't have that right now. That must be everything's going according to plan. But
Okay, which one is that down
there's
there?
so many. I'm learning a lot.
Yeah, let's focus back up on Callan. Where is he?
I don't know.
Man. You don't know?
No, I'm not tied to him like I was, man. He's got new ties that those are crazy. Oh, and he kind of grabs your head and pushes it back. He's so tied to one of the dragons. They're like this now.
The what?
So bad, but also
Which one?
the saucy one. She's
Oh, I'm
the
gonna
queen.
kill him. Oh, I'm gonna actually have
Yeah.
to kill him. Oh,
but they're
yeah.
like this, and he definitely before he had a very earthy kind of fun flavor. Now there's definitely some sulfur or something vibes in there.
Yeah,
Feels more
yeah.
metallic, probably more metallic now that I really think about the flavor. Anyway, I gotta go though.
Yeah.
This was great. Good to see you. And hey,
Good to see you, man.
Loving
But
ya.
Could you point me in the
Poof.
direction? Oh. Okay.
Viet,
I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna kill everyone. Oh no.
Viet, as you are seeing Scar laying bloodied and
Headless. Yes.
guards charging, Rain, before you even have a chance to react to that, suddenly makes this crevice open up in the ground that everyone starts to back up from, and you can see through it. She didn't target you, she didn't, and so you can see it's just the ground, but this illusion of a crevasse is opening up, and you see her and point whatever's going on in your head, the equivalent of
Yep.
all that. It's just basically, it's like whatever's going on, go that way. It's bad, but there's nothing we can do for them. And there's nothing, and she looks
Yep.
right at Scar, and she's like, there's nothing we can do for him. And she jumps down and takes off towards the back.
Yep. Scar goes down. That happens. Change direction and go.
Yep. very quickly as you're running that direction, there is a just thrum of people panicking, moving, trying to climb walls that are getting cut down. You, in the just shuffling of people, all of a sudden you run into a group of people and get separated from Rain. And all of a sudden you are looking at the Speaker of the Vines. And he just bumps into you and he, pardon me. And he starts to move away from you, like trying to push by.
Speaker.
Oh, it's okay. That is my name. How can I help
Speaker.
you?
It is. You call me Blue. My mother named me Viet, but they're in Blue.
Right, Blue.
No. They are killing people there. We need to go this way. Rain is heading to the back.
Right. He just points to the back. He's like, it is that way. You should probably head that direction. I have some things to take care of up front here. This is to ensure the plan continues to go accordingly. Your orders are to continue with Rain. You go that way. I'll take care of the riffraffs up here.
Yes, sir.
Start moving off. Seems a little weird to you.
There.
What's your yeah, no, I get it. Roll me just a passing perception check, because just it's still weird. You look back.
Oh, sorry. Switch. Oh, come on.
Switch.
19.
19. Okay. Yeah, you'll see him very quickly as you start to move away, kind of points one last time. And then you can see he looks like he's just about to jump up to like try to get up the wall. And one of those gray robed figures comes charging at him. And he just dodges, grabs the guy, puts him against the wall, and crushes his throat, and then leaps over. As you keep moving, because like he's gone now. What the shit? I didn't know he could jump like that. I didn't know. Yeah. You start to run that direction. All of a sudden, coming from one of the side doors, there's all these people now pushing from the outside front of the house, pushing through the house, and it bursts open, and there are people. Just as the door opens, someone gets cut down. You can see there's now seems to be a fire that has started on the inside. Maven, you also.
If I were someone else, I would suspect.
You also start to hear the ruckus down below you. Apex is there, and we got to keep moving. Whatever this is going to have to wait. This ain't our fight. And kind of gestures. He kind of gestures to his missing half an arm, and it's just like, great, I didn't pack that arm. And he'll start moving, going like to head down the stairs, and as you turn a corner, all of a sudden you see there's two of these robed figures at the base of the stairs. And you're like, Senshi! And she leaps over and drops down on them. He looks up at you and tells you, he's like, I don't know, run, find Callan, do whatever you're going to do. We'll deal with this. And he goes charging down the stairs.
Okay.
You turn, you only have a balcony to go through.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna jump off the balcony.
Okay, you go, leap off the balcony. Just roll me a dexterity check or an acrobatics check.
Let me pull up my other character.
Shape shift.
Yeah,
I'm gonna do a minor like you're a druid. You could just do a flying squirrel land and go back.
Honestly, yeah, that sounds dope as hell.
Okay. Yeah, you just leap off, flying squirrel, glide down, land. Viet, you are running to the back, and all of a sudden you see there is this fight that has started. There is this gray hooded figure that is using a meteorite hammer. Anybody familiar with what those are?
No.
It's a ball connected to about 15 foot of
Mm.
chain that is doing
That's
the martial arts spinning,
Dope as
and
hell.
and you can see a tarot card fighting, basically just trying to defend himself as these other figures behind are trying to get ready to scale a wall and go down the cliff. You see the fool fighting off this meteorite hammer, and as a squirrel suddenly lands on the ground and appears and glances at you, doesn't know you.
What's up?
You know the woman of thorns. You've seen her card too.
Things clicking into place here for Viet, finally.
Mm.
And all of a sudden, you also then, right at that moment, as all those cards, everything, just the filing of all the information, you hear Callan roar as he gets hit on the side. No damage. This is all theatrics. Hit from the meteorite hammer and knocked down to one knee, trying to get back up quickly as another onslaught of attacks coming. And that is where we'll pick up next week as we roll initiative and go right into a fight. Or not next week, potentially next week, or the next episode that we're doing. This is when we'll do that, because we still have some things to work out, but that is where we're at.
Gang's all here.
And then some.
And then some.
Oh my god!
Oh, wow.
I'm
And
on a
just for
tarot
the
card?
fans, by the way, I would like to just say the biggest factor of all this was a certain person doing research in a temple that was warned to forget what he saw.
Oh.
Hey, it's fun. So I hope everybody has had fun. Sorry we went a little long, seeing as
Go
I
till
was
midnight.
tardy.
I need to know how this ends.
I need to know. Hey, don't worry. I'm excited too. Unfortunately, I know my daughter will be extremely upset with me for the simple fact of she had traps and things that she helped design for this heist that I'm like, as a DM, we can use them later, you know? But she was excited. But the rolls I made, the things you guys did, this stuff is coming, cause and effect, baby.
Ooh. Ooh.
All right.
Ooh.
So until next time, thank you all for joining us. I am DM Scott, with me as always,
Killian.
Nick.
Chris.
have a great week, and we will see you next time.
Thanks, everybody.
It blew my mind.
Thank you.
My mind.
My